Hello. Wow, every time. Be so glad when that cough is gone. Hello there, soul shines. I am Michelle, and I am inviting you to wake up and live. And today I want to talk about the chakras and the chakras with manifesting. So, some interesting things to think about. Everybody has like a dominant chakra. Not everybody lives in their dominant chakra. When you are living in that space that is from your dominant chakra, so you're creating your life from your dominant chakra, you feel alive and you feel amazing and you feel your life works out better. I remember the book that I read about this. I read it like 10 years ago, so I have a hard time remembering what it was about, and I'd really find it again. But she talked about a person who their dominant chakra was their throat chakra, and their dream was to write books. And they were trying to follow in the footsteps of what they should do, living according to their father's plan. And his father's plan was, his father was a dominant root chakra person and had the idea of like, this is how a man has to behave, and so you have to show up like this as a man. So as an adult, he finally, understanding the chakras, decided that, you know what, it was okay to live his dream. And he actually made a lot of money as a writer because he was living from his passion. And so that's something to think about and consider. What is your dominant chakra? There's a few ways. Some people will just know. You ask, what is my dominant chakra? And you'll just know. Or you can ask to feel it somewhere in your body, and you'll feel it in one of the chakra areas. And there's also a meditation that we could go through to help you find your dominant chakra. So there's a lot of ways to find out what your dominant chakra is. And what's interesting to me is your dominant chakra is also one of the easiest ways for you to manifest. And it's not necessarily associated with your soul purpose. It definitely will support your soul purpose, but your soul purpose may actually be in a different chakra, which is really interesting to think about. So there's a lot of things to think about with it. I have a lot of information to share about souls that has been coming to me. So, but today we're talking about chakras. Today we're going to talk about dominant chakras, creating and manifesting with our chakras. So there are 7 main chakra sets. And I will tell you right now that you'll have a chakra here and one a little bit above. Those are both considered a part of the crown chakra in my understanding, and what I have been given, information I've been giving about chakras. So you may feel it right there in the top, or you may feel it a little bit above. The techniques for the crown chakra works for both of those. There may be slight variations. The same, you have this chakra, your brow chakra, and then you have another chakra that's somewhere around in here. The same concept. This is where you feel it, you're going to use similar techniques as a person who's got the brow chakra as their dominant. And then there's an upper throat and a lower throat, upper heart and your regular heart. They both are. You have your solar plexus, which is right in your solar plexus, like right there at the where the ribs come up like this. It's like right in there. And then about halfway between your navel and your in the solar plexus is the kind of a lower solar plexus chakra. And so if it's in either of those, it will be the same kind of a concept. And your navel and your sacral chakra, which is halfway between your pubic bone and your navel, is also, they've got the same similar kind of energy with them. So you'd use the same techniques. And then your root chakra is like on your pubic bone. And also, just like with the crown being a little bit up, there's the one that's a little bit lower, and they're both root. Interesting. When they actually work together. So like if you are fully activated and you have all of your chakras activated, both, like say if it's throat, they'll both be activated and working and bright and everything. But then there's also going to be kind of almost like this spinny thingy that creates a bigger sphere together. It was incredible to see it happen in my own energy system that connects them so they work as one. So that's why you would use similar things for both of them. Interesting information. There's also some extra chakras, some that I've heard people talk about that are up like about a foot above and going up. Some I haven't heard people talk about, and that's a part of some special kind of experimental program that I'm working on right now. It has to do with an extra one, or extra 4, that the only people that know about it are the people that I've told. So it's pretty cool. And there may be people out there that know, but they may not recognize it as the same thing or refer to it as a chakra. And that's okay. So let's talk about the chakras. The root chakra, if you are dominant in your root chakra, you are going to be pretty good at setting goals and achieving goals, and that's going to be one of the way you manifest things in your life. This is where that acting as if, living as if it's already yours. The root chakra is about belonging. So if you are a root chakra dominant person and you feel like the thing you're manifesting is already yours, it's probably going to manifest really easy. If you feel like if you're acting and living as if it's already yours, it's going to be easier to manifest. And if you create a structure towards working towards your goal, that's going to really help you as well. Because those are all things about your dominant chakra. Now, if you were a dominant chakra, as crazy as it may sound, because it may sound pretty crazy, to use your opposite, which is up here, the partner chakras, because they create this big circle as well as a loop that goes through the heart. So they do both simultaneously, and all the energy is happening. It's going both directions at the same time, both directions around the circles at the same time. It's actually in a sphere, and the figure 8 thing is kind of looks like an hourglass because it's 3-dimensional. Okay, so you want to support your root chakra by doing crown chakra. So those are things like taking leaps of faith, prayer, trusting God, trusting your higher self, and that kind of thing. Now, if your chakra is up here, then those will be the things that you'll find really good results with. Faith. If you have any kind of blockage in your relationship with God, it's going to prevent you from manifesting. And so you want your leaps of faith. You want to have a good connection with your higher power and your higher self, the universe, whatever you want to experience out there. That's really important for you to manifest. And then if you're a crown chakra person, you will use some of that root stuff, acting as if, to support it. But you're going to get the most power from your dominant chakra. Okay, so the next chakra up is the sacral chakra and the navel chakra. So those chakras are about play. They're about the 5 senses. Your physical sight actually comes in here. So you may find success with a vision board. You definitely want to have it as interactive as possible. There is a way of visualizing. You know how you hear about people saying going and try it out, go sit in the car so you know how it feels. That's a sacral chakra thing. That's that tangible 5 senses. You've got to know how it feels. If it's something you want to taste, you got to know how it tastes, or as close as you can to it. If you can find things that remind you of the smell, the sense, bring that into it. Let's see, how would it sound? What kind of music can you be playing that will remind you of it or help you get into the energy of it? As like, what if you were wanting a new car, what kind of song would be the first one that you would want to hear while you're driving? And put that song on. Or what what song just kind of puts you in the place of having that. And then, of course, so you've got seeing, hearing. That's the sounds. What would people say to you? So those are the kind of things that you want to do, and you want to do this with your vision board. There is a way of visualizing, I guess you could say. Yeah, it's a kind of visualizing. So say you wanted to go on a particular roller coaster. You're going to pull up videos of that roller coaster, of somebody riding that roller coaster. So they're sitting in the front seat. And so you are going to watch those, and you're going to be in that experience of going up and down and around on the roller coaster. Make it as real as possible for you, because that's it's going to help you as a sacral person, because the sacral is about playing, and it's about the five senses. It's a very sensual place. A lot of people talk about it as a sex chakra. It's because it's the senses, the sensual aspect. So those are some things to think about if this is your dominant chakra, or if this is your support chakra. Okay, so the opposite is going to be the third eye in this one down here. So you've got this area up here. Those chakras are your opposite of a sacral. So that's going to support you if you're a sacral chakra, or if you're a dominant person, your sacral will support that. This is intuitive. This is visualizing. It doesn't have to be as tangible if this is your dominant. This is like kind of an intuitive imagining. It's vision boards might help you up here. This is definitely, you've got to take care of your mindset. This is a very mindset area. So that helps to make sure that you have your mindset in there. Because if you notice, when people talk about manifesting, you hear people, you got to do your mindset. You got to act as if, you got to have faith. You got to do vision boards. You've got all these different things. People preach what's for them. Or they're like me and they preach everything they come across, because we're looking for the answer, what works for us. And I was flat out told that I would be able to manifest as soon as I found all the missing pieces, so that I could help people with whatever piece they were missing. I was like, really? Okay. Because I've been doing mindset work and energy healing work. I've been playing the as if game. I've had vision boards off and on. I have been doing all kinds of things for over 10 years. And what have I got from it? I'm a happier person. I've learned how to set boundaries, so I'm not codependent anymore. Being an empath, I no longer need to go out and rescue and heal the whole world. I still have a desire to heal the world, but I also recognize that I'm only here to serve a certain group of people, and that's okay. And that makes it makes it easier to set boundaries. So I've learned a lot, and I've grown a lot, and I've come a long way, and I've let go of depression and all these things. But manifesting has been a challenge. I can manifest some things like that. Other things have been hit and miss. And we'll talk about why in a minute. So mindset is going to be one of the things up here. And definitely visualization. Oh, this is the other one. Meditation. Meditation is a great one for here. So if you find that this is your dominant place, make sure you're doing your meditations, because that will help you. There's all kinds of meditations you can use, so that's pretty fabulous. Okay, so let's move on to the next set of chakras. So the next ones are your solar plexus chakras. And this is about self-worth. People have often say, when you believe you're valuable, that's when you'll start receiving. That's because this is that energy in the solar plexus, knowing that you're worth it. It's about personal power, and it's about boundaries, and it's about letting you shine. So that's all in this chakra. So for manifesting, it is knowing that you're worth it. This is a little bit of belief work as well. Hi, Cliff. I am having a blessed day. Actually, that reminds me, I'm in Utah, and so today is actually a state holiday. It's the day that we celebrate the pioneers settling Utah. Our church leader at the time came in and said, this is the place on July 24th, 1847. So we call it Days of 47, and so we've been celebrating our state. So it's been kind of fun. There was a parade this morning. We watched it on TV. And we're doing fireworks in a little bit, because it's one of the 3 times in Utah that fireworks are legal. And so we're excited. Well, my kids are excited about it. I could care less about fireworks, but anyway. So I'm having a great day, and I hope you are too. Okay, so solar plexus. I forgot to plug in my computer. I noticed my battery is almost gone. Okay, so you've got it's going to be some of your belief work here, because it's knowing that you're worth it. If you don't feel like you're worth it, you don't feel like you have the power to create it, you're not going to be able to create it. This is a choice place. The statement, the power statement for the solar plexus chakra is I choose. So I choose to create things. That's pretty powerful for people. So the opposite is the throat chakra, and people who say their affirmations are activating their throat chakra. The Ideal Life Vision, which is by Ann Webb, it's when you record your voice. She guides you through what to put in it. You record your voice, you put it with a certain kind of music, and you listen to it every day. And so it's activating this part of your energy. And so if this is your dominant chakra, it works like crazy for you, and you find it to be one of the most successful ways to manifest. And so when you're doing that, be sure to add some of that choice and worth statements in from your solar plexus to support your ideal life vision, so that you're putting it out there. I am worth it. And if you're a solar plexus person, bringing in that voice into what you're manifesting is going to really help as well. So that's awesome. And that brings us to my dominant chakra, which is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is one of the challenging places, because it is the center. It is the place where your soul resides. So every single chakra, like I mentioned before, you make a figure 8, every chakra goes through the heart. So if you have major blockages in any of the chakras, it's going to affect your ability to manifest. So in a way, you don't have to bring in all the techniques, but you may find that sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, because it depends on the different blockages and stuff. But this is the place where the way that we manifest, because there isn't an acknowledged partner chakra, an opposite chakra to this one, and so you do belief work. And so but that's a little frustrating for me to hear that, like, you need to do your belief work in order for your heart chakra to manifest. And I was like, but I've done all my belief work and it's not working. And so that's when I've actually learned about a thing that I'm sharing, and I'm not going to share it here right now, because right now I have a brand new Facebook group. It's a secret group, so you're not going to be able to find it. You have to become my Facebook friend if you want it, at least long enough to be added to the group. And then that's where I'm going to first teach about this, because I want to play with some people and invite some people to play with me, to play with it before I publish the information out there for everybody. I know what it feels like, and I just want to have other people have the results too before I send it out into the world as this is how you do it. But it makes sense to me why belief work is such a big deal, and also makes sense to me why it doesn't always work for even heart-centered people, because there's a missing piece, and I've recently been given the missing piece. So it is interesting to know, if you do feel like your heart chakra is your dominant chakra, remember that you connect into all of them. So if you have any major blockages in them, it's going to affect what you're putting out, because as a heart person, it is even more vital. Everybody needs to have all 7 chakras working well and put out all of that beautiful energy. But if it's your heart chakra, since that's where your soul resides and they all connect into that, it's really important, like vital, that you have every single one of them working, or you're not going to get what you want. It's pretty crazy, pretty exciting. So if you're interested in joining me in my Facebook group, you can find me on Facebook. It's Michelle Lewis with 1 L. Might be easier to find Soul Shine Live, which is my Facebook page. But I think I have some of the links down below, at least to some of my other Facebook groups. So you can at least go in there and you hopefully can find me that way. So if you want to be put in the group and learn other ways to manifest, if you have questions about it, like you think, hey, I might be this kind of chakra, what do you think I should do to manifest that? That would be awesome. I know that recently I went to an event where a guy, he just comes alive when he talks about vision boards. And it's because I just could tell by how he does his personality on stage and his personality in general, and the fact that he has so much success, that he is a sacral chakra person. He does well with vision boards, and he also does that kind of visualization where you are actively involved in it, which is both things that engage there, and he is pulling things off his board like that. I have another friend who just does amazing with meditation, and I asked her what her visualization and meditation, I asked her what her dominant chakra is, and she said it was her third eye. And it made sense. I have another friend who does the ideal life vision. She just is on fire with that, and it's because she's a voice chakra. She's a throat chakra person. And so it's been really fun to see how some people manifest really well with one method, and some people need another method. Another way to manifest with the voice is writing. I think writing helps a little bit with the heart chakra because you send energy out through your hands. But writing and drawing, art can be from the sacral chakra, but it also can be from the throat chakra if you're using it as a way to express. So those are some things to help engage and to bring out more expression, is writing it out and things like that. So there's a lot of different things. It's pretty crazy fun, and it's been really fun to watch because I've watched some people who, like, they find a technique that works for them and they just say, this is the way to manifest. And they expect that everybody should have the results that they're having. And if you're not getting the results, then you must not be doing it right. And then I've also been frustrated because I'm like, I have worked on my mindset. I've worked on my mindset. I got to a point where I didn't care and I stopped monitoring what I was saying because I was like, this is ridiculous. And I just didn't care anymore because I got frustrated because I've been working so hard on it for so many years. And I just said, there's got to be something more to it than your mindset. There's got to be something else going on. You just beating yourself up because you are doing all this stuff for years and it's not working is not working. It doesn't work to beat yourself up over anything. So I do know that the heart is the center of gratitude. So be sure to have gratitude no matter what you're doing. And really, truly, if you're not sure what it is that your dominant one is, try them all. The more you can bring in from all of them, the more you can create that whole experience of every chakra that you're using, you're using the feelings and the senses, and you're feeling that worth and personal power, and you've got the gratitude and love, and you're expressing yourself, and you're visualizing, and you're meditating, and you're praying, which meditation can also come up into prayer depending to the crown chakra. And you've got the clear communication with your higher power and your higher self. When you can bring in all of that, you're just going to be a happier person in general, and you're going to be able to create better. So just some amazing things to think about. And if you've been trying a lot of these different things like me, and I have a couple of my friends, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done this, we've done, like, all of the things I've listed, we've all done them, and we're still barely, occasionally manifesting. It's hit or miss. That's why I asked some more questions. I'm like, there's got to be another way. There's got to be something we're missing, a piece we're missing. And it's a piece that people who are heart-centered require. They have to have this in order to manifest. If you are not a heart-centered person, a heart chakra person, because that's not about whether or not you love people, because if your dominant chakra is in any of the top 3, you are going to feel like you're a heart-centered person, and to a degree you are. But if it's your dominant, then it's really vital that you use this other technique, and if you are not, you can still use it and see if it helps even more. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about. That's what's going on. I hope you guys have a fabulous, I can talk good. can talk well. Have a fabulous day. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Be the you, the entire and whole you that you were created to be. And I will see you guys later. Excuse me.